Hey everyone, happy World Card Making Day. It's time for another Saturday Sunday card video. And today I'm going to be making a Christmas themed card using some Simon Says Stamp products. First, I'm going to use a piece of Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. This measures 4" by 5.5". And I'm going to be stamping a lot of dots and stars from the Merry Trees stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This is from last year's Christmas collection. I'm going to stamp these stars and dots using a white pigment ink. I'm using the Colorbox Frost White Pigment ink. This is my favorite white ink. However, I'm going to try out the Hero Arts Unicorn ink very soon. So I'm just randomly going to stamp these stars. And I always like to work in pairs of 3. So I just start stamping 3 stars and then I move on to the next size. So now I'm going to be stamping the medium-sized star. And for my smaller images, I usually work in pairs of 6. It's just one of these habits of mine, and they work great for me, so maybe you can try them out as well. Then I'm going to move on to the dots. So this could be like a snowfall. You could also use these dots to create like a bouquet background. However, I think you will need larger dots for that. Just finished stamping this whole background, and I already die cut this very cute stitched Christmas tree. And I used this die cut from the Line Shape Dies die cut set from Simon Says Stamp. This is a new die cut set from their new Christmas release called Cold Hands Warm Heart collection, and I used this die. And I die cut it out of some green apple cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm going to adhere the tree onto that card or onto the craft cardstock using some foam adhesive. So now I'm going to stamp a greeting onto a small strip of vellum. And I'm going to use the Merry and Bright greeting from the Christmas stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This is also from their Christmas collection from last year. So I'm going to stamp it onto some vellum from Basil using Versamark ink, since I will be doing some heat embossing. There we go, and then I'm going to sprinkle that using the white embossing powder from Wow. This is my favorite embossing powder, by the way. There we go, and then I'm just going to heat emboss that using my heat tool. Be decorating the tree using some Pretty Pink Posh sequins. I am using the new 4mm classic Christmas mix, and then I'm also using the original 6mm classic Christmas mix from Pretty Pink Posh. So these just make some great Christmas ornaments, and I'm just randomly going to put these ornaments in the tree. So I also decided to adhere a couple of sparkling clear sequins. I adhered one large 8mm sparkling clear sequin, and then also one 4mm sparkling clear sequin. So I'm going to adhere these using glossy accents and my EK Success tweezers. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this around my card, and I will be using just a tiny little drop of Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and I'm going to adhere a couple of dots on the leathers. There we go, that should be enough. And then I'm just going to position that. Then I'm going to add some adhesive beneath this strip over here, just to secure that down. Then I'm going to do the same over here. Just going to hold that down for a little bit, just to make sure that it is adhered nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere the main piece of the card onto a wood grain note card from Simon Says Stamp. I cut this to a standard size A2 card, and I'm going to be using some of my Tombow Mono adhesive to adhere that piece onto the card. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere that onto the card. I'm going to try to do that as straight as possible, because this can be a little bit tricky sometimes. There we go, so that finishes up the card for this week's Saturday Assembly card and video. Thank you so much for watching. I also wanted to let you know that I am super close to reaching 4,000 YouTube subscribers, and I'm just so very happy. You know, I will probably reach, or I will hit the 4,000 mark in a couple of days, and then I will do a couple of giveaways to celebrate. So again, thank you so much for your wonderful support, and I'll be back next week. Bye!